trying to hit it, and the line just put out to the shadow. Just calm down. Like 25 years ago. Got it to the boat. The water was still. We know there's a foot walleye because it's still going. Just hold it on to it the whole time. And then it like go over. No, and then it turns off again. And by the time we got it to the boat, swallowed the whole thing. Oh, we got it in the boat. So you got it in the boat? All right, you made it. Did you just get here? That's the biggest problem. And that's the most fun. I think it's the most beautiful muskie I've ever seen. Shoulder back. We have to hard. It was raining so hard I almost had to stop. There's no clouds out at all. They're going straight north. I was up in central Minnesota and found they called salmon already. So we ate it. It was like a 48. Caught it on 6-pound tail. On a snap. You know, rig hook. Just happened to get him in the corner of the mouth and he was fine. And
OCA Media is proud to bring you this exciting Oregon Panther soccer match. Tonight, live from Huntoon Field, the Panthers host the, I believe it is the Hudson Raiders. I'm Hayden Lorenz, bringing you all of tonight's exciting action right here on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. We'd like to welcome our sponsors who help make this broadcast possible. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And by Culver's of Oregon, Stoughton Health, Hy-Vee Grocery Stores, and by Pizza Pit. Panther Exteriors is our scoreboard sponsor for Panther Soccer. Panther Exteriors, your hometown exterior experts, proudly serving residents throughout Pantherland. Well, folks, tonight's matchup between the Oregon Panthers and the Hudson Raiders will be a really, really good one. Hudson coming into this match 8-1-1. That's 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And the Panthers coming into this match 6-4-3. That's 6 wins, 4 losses, and 3 ties. Panthers #1 in their conference, and Hudson is #2 behind Eau Claire Memorial. If you look at just the records, you'll think this game will be a pretty uninteresting one where you'll think, man, Hudson's just gonna kill Oregon, but I think tonight's matchup will be a really good one. If you got to see Oregon versus Nona Grove, that match was very close. Oregon coming out with 3-2, and I think this match will be very close. Panthers are definitely going to have to work harder, as Hudson is a very good opponent tonight, traveling, I believe, about 4 hours to get to this game, so they've been anticipating this game for quite a while. And every year this matchup is always very interesting. Last year, I believe, the Panthers winning by just maybe 1 or 2 goals. But yeah, I think this match will definitely be a back-and-forth matchup. And we are going to go to a little break and to the PA announcer so we can announce the rosters and do the national anthem. And then when we get back, play will begin.
You know, that was like in 6, you know, with something a little bit deeper, just a little bit, and then we'd run another one, you know, at the break at 10, and then we'd run one off the other side of the boat, you know, on a planer board down in 20. And I think 3 times we saw him hit the planer board. I mean, I saw one come right out of the water, hit the planer board, and do a complete flat flip the opposite way. They just hit my freaking planer board though. It's like.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Huntoon Field for tonight's non-conference varsity soccer game between the visiting Hudson Raiders and the host Oregon Panthers. Please welcome tonight's officials. Thank you for being here and allowing these high school athletes the chance to compete today. And now let's meet this afternoon's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Hudson Raiders, number 5, a junior midfielder, Owen Netterlow. Number 6, a junior defender, Nikki Alanov. Number 7, a senior midfielder, Owen Wasmond. Number 8, a senior midfielder, Connor Hauser. Number 9, a senior midfielder, Aaron Sparling. Number 10, a senior midfielder, Harry Ross. Number 11, a senior defender, Connor Sparling. Number 12, a senior midfielder, Henry Vanderbark. Number 15, a senior midfielder, Mason Gutschmeidel. Number 21, a sophomore defender, Quinn Packard. And in goal, a senior, number 24, Talon Sheets. Your starters for the Oregon Panthers: in goal, number 0, junior, Noah Hansen. Number 2, a junior, Carson Stebbins. Number 3, a senior, Max Westfield. Number 5, also a senior, Keegan Langenau. Number 6, a junior, Jacob Yorger. Number 11, senior, Cameron Eck. Number 14, sophomore Mac Holker. Number 15, senior Henry Kreckman. Number 17, a junior Liam Holtzen. Number 21, a senior Nej Dobo. And finally, number 24, a junior Alexander Seitz. At this time, to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the playing of the national anthem. Hudson High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Accordingly, we request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic
Good
comments,
evening once
whether
again.
intimidating
I am
actions
Hayden Lorenz
directed at
bringing
officials,
you tonight's Panther soccer action where the Oregon Panthers take on the Hudson Raiders. If you were not with us with the little pre-game debrief, Oregon coming into this game with 6 wins, 4 losses, and 3 ties, coming off of a 0-0 tie away at Wanakee the other day. And the Hudson Raiders coming into this game, 8 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Hudson, number 2 in their division, just behind Eau Claire Memorial. Oregon Panthers are number 1 in their conference, just ahead of Edgewood. Tonight's matchup should be a very exciting game. As I mentioned earlier, both teams, always, every year, a very good matchup. Hudson, obviously with the better record by quite a bit. They have a higher scoring percentage, or goal percentage per game, than the Panthers by about 1.4 goals per game. So, looking to have a really, really good game so far, and I think that this matchup will not disappoint, as it never does every year. Oregon, I believe, winning last year, possibly 1-0. So, yeah, this game should be really interesting, and it should be a good watch. Don't believe any changes are coming for Oregon since their last win at home, which was against Racine Case, which ended 8-0 in a mercy rule. Or actually, excuse me, there is a change. Drew Yachman over on that right wing being replaced by Keegan Lagnall at the beginning. Coach is deciding to put Yachman back on the bench starting at the beginning to give him a little bit of a rest time at the beginning so that he can come out really strong, and that seemed to have worked in the past few matches. Max Westfield's second home game since that red card suspension, scored at his returning game against Racine, ended with 1 goal. Liam Holtzen with the most goals of that game with 2 for Oregon. Liam Holtzen, that was his second game with 2 goals, as he had 2 goals on the Tuesday game last week and 2 goals on Thursday, as the game will be underway. Liam with a good challenge over to Stebbins. Stebbins pass back to Kreckman. Kreckman over to Holtzen. Holtzen over to Stebbins. Stebbins over to Dobo. Dobo with a good pass crossfield to Holker. Holker looks, finds Holtzen. Holtzen with a good pass over to Westfield. Westfield looking for options. Dishes it out to Holtzen. Holtzen with a little step over. Look to pass it back to Kreckman. Kreckman with a man on behind. Passes a through ball. Misses. Target was Stebbins. As Hudson will attempt to clear that, but Stebbins actually does a great job defending that. Now Westfield on the ball. Westfield's going to take it. Centers it in. Nobody there. Good clear by Hudson there. As there is pressure by Yeager. Yeager chasing the Hudson player down, but Hudson player kicks the ball out as it will be a Oregon throw-in. Throw does go in as Hudson do regain the ball. Hudson with pressure. Hudson with good possession here. That's what you're going to see more of than usual. Oregon usually playing teams with not too much possession as they're just constantly clearing the ball from the relentless Oregon attack. Oregon, if you haven't watched any of their games so far, like to go over the top with through balls to a lot of their fast players, and they actually end up scoring a decent amount from that, and they also score a lot from corner kicks as their corner game is pretty good, as Oregon does have a lot of height this year with the likes of Henry Kreckman and Cameron Eck, who currently is not on the field, I believe. Yeah, not on the field, but Oregon does have some height, so that really helps them. Throw in from Lagnall as was intended for Westfield. Westfield goes down, and it will be a free kick for Oregon just outside the 18-yard box on the left side of the field. Is going to be Holker to cross it in here. Has a lot of options in the box. Box really crowded. Dish off to Holker. Holker with the cross left foot over to Seitz. Seitz with a little tip as it was over to Westfield. Kreckman. Over to Kreckman. Kreckman misses the ball, but it is a corner kick to the dismay of the Hudson goalkeeper as the ref saw a deflection off the goalie as Westfield attempted to get a shot there but didn't quite get there. As it will be Holker and Stebbins as usual going over to the corner flag. Oregon does like to do a lot of short crosses, but this one will be deep. Holker with a good driving cross. Good clear by Hudson defender there. Over to Yeager. Yeager with the ball, takes a touch, looks, finds Holker. Holker with a good move over to the left side. Going down the line, but good defensive play. Over now to Kreckman. Kreckman with a header to head that out of bounds. Throw in now for Quinn Peckard. Over Stebbins, attempts the header, over to Holtzen. Holtzen with a good clear, but goes over to Hudson. Kreckman with, Eck is on the field. Eck with a good pressure now. Eck applying pressure. Stebbins now. Pass back. Good boot over to the center of the field as Lagnall was there. Good job coming out by Hansen there. Really good positioning by number 9 from Hudson. That is Aaron Sparling. This will be a free kick for Hudson now at midfield. Pass over to the right side. Over to Quinn. Quinn now over to Mason. Guts Meidel. Sorry if I mispronounced some of the Hudson players' names if you're watching from Hudson. Over now, Hudson with a good touch. Good center in, no one there. Seitz attempts to clear. Holker now with the ball. Good touch. Man on behind him as gives it away. Seitz now with a good clear upfield. No one there. Good header over from Hudson. Now with Harry Ross. Ross gonna dribble, going through everyone as Sights does miss. Good defensive play by Oregon there, but a lot of panicking on the side of the Panthers. Lagnall with the ball now. Lagnall with the clear. Stays in bounds. Does stay in bounds, actually, yeah. Over to Westfield now. Westfield over to Eck. Eck with a good touch. Good touch again. Eck still applying pressure. Not stopping. Hudson elects to pass it back to their goalkeeper. Goalkeeper boots it up a little bit past midfield. Oh, actually goes way past midfield. Yeager attempts to clear as the ball will take a huge deflection and go out for a Oregon goal kick. A lot of pressure from both teams. Oregon had that early possession with the corner and the almost shot opportunity by Westfield, but Hudson actually taking a really good opportunity to start building, and Oregon seeming to kind of panic on defense, as defense hasn't really gotten much action this season from other teams, so this is a really good matchup. Holton with a good clear. Good positioning by Holton. Over to Dolbo. Dolbo with the ball, passes it over to Westfield. Westfield now, 1-on-4. He's going to take them all on. Westfield just gives the ball away as it will be cleared by Hudson's goalie. Stebbins with a good touch over to Eck. Eck taking a touch back to Holton. Holton over to midfield, over to Mack. Holker. Holker over to Lagnall, attempted, but good block by Hudson there as Yeager will get to the ball and kick it out of bounds for a Hudson throw-in. Quick throw-in over back to Yeager. Or actually, the throw will be retaken. I believe there was 2 balls on the field of play at the same time. So throw will be retaken by Hudson. We'll slow down the play a teeny bit as Oregon will put a sub up to midfield, but he won't be able to come on quite yet. I believe that is Keegan Cram. But should be a Hudson throw, and ref does allow a substitution because I think there was a player that was injured for Oregon. Seems to be Dolbo. Yeah, I think Dolbo a little bit shaken up. There will be a throw-in for Hudson here. Hudson with the throw. Over to Yeager to apply pressure. Yeager with a good heel ball over to Lagnall. Lagnall back to Yeager. Yeager kick takes a big deflection. Hansen with the ball now. Looking for... We will actually elect to punt it over to... Or sorry, Dolbo is still on the field. I actually don't know who that was coming off the field. Yeager applying pressure now. Over to Hudson player, takes a good touch. Over to Yeager. Yeager with another deflection off an attempted clear. Over to Hansen. Hansen with the ball now. Good, very good pressure by Hudson so far. Oregon definitely panicking, as there will be another Hudson throw-in on that left side. As Hudson with the ball. Good shot opportunity, and that will be a goal just over Noah Hansen, and just caught him a little bit off his line. Good shot. I think that was Owen Netterlow, I believe.
In the 9th minute, Hudson goal by number 5, Owen Netterlow.
Very good shot from out, basically middle of Oregon's half. A very good shot, and dips a little bit downward. Hansen seemed to be caught off of his line there, but good shot in the end. So Hudson does take a 1-0 lead. Ball over to Stebbins now. Dolbo with the ball. Dolbo taking a touch, just a little bit of a missed touch, as it will be a Oregon throw-in. Now, you can kind of see that goal was going to be coming for Hudson there. They looked to have a lot more possession, and they were just relentless attacking Oregon's half, and Oregon never seemed to have an answer, so very good job by them so far. And Owen Nederlo with a great, oh, and it's back for an Oregon goal. Mac Holker with a great header to level the score 1-1. Wow, that really came out of nowhere. It caught
In the 10th
Hudson's
minute,
defense
Oregon goal
just
by number
sleeping
14,
there.
Mac Holker, assisted by number 17, Liam Holtzen.
As you hear, assisted by Liam Holtzen with a great cross, and wow, it kind of just seemed like Hudson was caught napping there. I mean, I was even caught surprised. Never really saw much of an opportunity there, but good goal from Oregon, and that will be another goal onto the Panther exterior scoreboard. Already 1-1 with only about not even 10 minutes yet gone by. So as I mentioned before, this game already proving to be very exciting. Good crossover over to Holker. Holker will get there. Clear attempted by Cram. Doesn't quite get out. But now Kreckman over to Eck. Eck with the clear to Westfield. Westfield, it's a little bit of a heavy touch, but still regains it. And wow, really using good touches there. Back over to Eck. Eck's gonna look to the outside over to Lagnall. Lagnall over to Holker. Holker over to Holtzen. Holtzen looking to that left side to Stebbins, but elects to go over to Cram. Cram with a good left foot, so good pass over to Westfield. Westfield with the pass back to Holtzen. Holtzen looking to switch field and does over to Lagnall. Lagnall with a good touch over to Dobo. Dobo with a little bit too big of a touch there, but gets the ball back to Lagnall. Lagnall looking to dribble down the side. Takes good amount of time as he does give it back to Holker. Holker with a cross in with that left foot over to Stebbins. Stebbins with a shot. Deflection. Oh, man. It is a goal kick, and man, that was a good opportunity. Carson Stebbins just getting a little bit too much on it there, and wow, that's another opportunity for the Panthers. Moment just kind of got a little bit of ahead of him there as Stebbins takes a little bit too big of a touch, but I don't think anyone was expecting the goalie to bobble that. Over to Jaeger. Jaeger now with good defense to box out, and the ball doesn't go out. Ball is still in play as the whistle does finally come, as it will be an Oregon throw. Jaeger actually did do a good job there. Over to, I believe that's Dobo. Now, Holtzen applying pressure. Holtzen does win the ball. Nowhere really to go, but getting a lot of physical shoving there on Holtzen as he is down. Liam Holtzen holding his leg. I believe that seems to be his thigh. He did take a really big kick from the ball to the thigh, so that will be a free kick to Oregon, or redo the free kick, as the ref wants to make sure that Holtzen is okay. Back on his feet now. Seems to be okay. Might be one of those injuries that hurts right as it happens, but might be better in a little bit. Holtzen still holding that thigh, as he definitely did take a blow to that. Jaeger now with the kick. Over Holker with the kick up in the air. Hudson with good possession. Passes it over the top, over to Kreckman. Takes a good chop at it there and gets it out. Holtzen with a good header over to Westfield. Westfield now with the ball with great touches. Plenty of options here. Westfield still on the ball. Doesn't get it off his foot, but back over to Mac Holker. Good defense by Hudson so far. Not really letting the moment get ahead of them and taking some good touches. Good pass over the top as it goes over to Keegan Cram. Cram puts in a challenge. Ball does get past him, as it is a good tackle by Stebbins, and he does actually win a free kick. A little bit too much shoving from the Hudson player there. I don't know who that is, apologies. Kreckman will take the kick over to Stebbins. Good Good pass from Stebbins. Over to Kreckman. Stebbins gonna look to use that speed. Does use that speed on his left foot. Should be a corner, and it is. And it is a corner kick.
Corner kick, Oregon.
Definitely looked like it took a deflection off the goalie, so I'm not quite sure what he's mad about. As it will be Holker and Stebbins once again over by the corner flag. Good short corner over to Stebbins. Stebbins back over to Holker. Hudson doing a good job of reading it there, as they will have a counteroffensive here. Through ball over to, actually it goes out of bounds. Target intended was Owen Wasmund, as there will be a sub coming in. Alex Seitz coming in for Keegan Cram. Hudson doing a good job of
Hudson,
defense.
Number 17, Jackson Ouellette.
Not letting,
Returning for Oregon, number 24, Alex Seitz.
as you heard there, Alex Seitz coming in for Keegan Cram, and I believe, yeah, no, that's the only substitution. Ball will go out of play for a Hudson throw. Actually, no, there will be subs. Drew Yachman coming in now for Keegan Lagnall, and Juan Carcano coming in for Nej Dobo. As I mentioned earlier, Drew, they like to start him on the bench just to give him a little bit. They like to start him when the play's already begun, not just at the beginning. He did look a little shaky last time they started him, but sometimes that's just how a player is. Good touch over past Kreckman. Cross over to the center, over to Holker. Holker looking to clear. Gets it over to Eck. Eck now with an over to the top clear over to Juan Carcano. Juan now with the ball, passes it back over to Yachman. Yachman wins Oregon a throw in. Oregon throw over to Yeager, who attempts to clear but gets a deflection off of the Hudson player, and it will be another throw in for Oregon. Throw in comes in early over to Yachman. Yachman trying to pass it over to Holker but gets a little bit too far away from him there. Eck applying pressure now. Applies good pressure as the ball will go out, and it will be a Oregon throw-in. Kreckman taking it now over to Westfield. Will be another throw-in for Kreckman in Oregon. Kreckman with the throw-in over to intended target was Eck. Kreckman with a little bit of a mistouch. Holtzen getting a good foot in there. Over to Stebbins. Now over to Holtzen. Holtzen gets it through to Juan Carcano. Juan looking for options. Good center in. Good defensive play by the Hudson player there. Couldn't see his number, but very good play nonetheless. Over now to, actually it will be a Hudson throw in now. Oregon getting numbers back. Just goes over the head of Yeager there, as he did get a touch on that. It goes out for another Hudson throw-in. Now in Oregon's half. Hudson looking more threatening on offense than defense so far. They're not really, their defense is definitely good at possessing, but they kind of are letting Oregon just kind of dribble through. Same with Oregon's defense so far. Both defenses are letting each other's offenses kind of dribble through. Not much straight defending. A lot of stabbing going on. Just kind of lazy defense. Not much of kind of, I guess, backing off and kind of letting the attacker make the mistake. Hansen out the ball, throws it over to Yachman, intended target. Over now for a Oregon throw, as it will be Yeager taking this throw. Yeager throws it in, goes to a Hudson player. Holker with a good tackle there, but we'll go over to Carson Stebbins with a good job of intercepting that. Over to Westfield. Westfield back, intended target to Eck, but gets too much on that. Now over to Hudson. Good pass over to the right side, over to Henry Kreckman. Kreckman, oh, shot attempted, but ball goes to Jacob Yeager. And now it's with Juan Carcano. Juan looking for options, trips up a little bit. Over to Holton, Holton over to Eck. Eck now intended to go to Carcano, but now it's with Hudson, with Harry Ross at the moment. Hudson with pretty good possession, with good job switching the fields and possessing it really on their back line. Both teams having really good attacks so far. And good touch by Juan. Juan over to Holker. Holker over to the outside to Yachman. Yachman does have a lot of speed. Attempts to go through the Hudson player, but good touch over by Westfield. Westfield over to Eck. Eck takes a little bit too much of a touch there, but good header by Hudson there. Good slide by Yeager, as it will take a deflection off of Hudson and go for a Oregon throw. And with the Oregon throw,
number 10, Federico Mariani.
we'll get a sub. Federico Mariani coming on for Cameron Eck, and Westfield going off for Kyler Keogh coming on for Westfield. Keogh with a good touch over to Yachman. Yachman over to Holker. Yachman with a touch back to, looks like Mariani. Mariani gets a little bit too much on that, and it will be a Hudson throw. Just about at the 20-minute mark, just about halfway through the first half, and a lot of excitement so far from both teams. Both teams getting good chances. Hudson getting that early first goal, and then Oregon responding with, I guess, about a minute after Hudson's first goal. So 1-1 is the scoreline currently. Hudson with the throw, as he does throw it over Kreckman, but Seitz with a good header. Or sorry, over Yeager, but Seitz with a good header. Now, look to be a high kick, possibly. It will be an Oregon free kick, just at midfield on Oregon's half. Yeager with this kick. Yeager looking to, gets a actually good kick off of that over to the 18-yard box of Hudson. Over to Holton with a good header. Holton now pressuring this. Good job by Hudson with the possession on their defense. I mentioned it a few times now, but they got good defense, and then they seem to just lob it over every time, kind of like Oregon likes to do. So these teams definitely similar in that department. It will be a corner kick for Hudson.
Corner kick, Hudson.
Pretty good possession from both teams. Oregon seeming to panic on their defense and just try and kick it away as much as possible, but Hudson really slowing it down and possessing it, kind of how Oregon has been doing the past 2 years, and really doing a good job at slowing things down, taking a breath, and just really assessing the situation. Harry Ross for Hudson taking this corner kick. Ross sends it in. So will be a very good, corner, but Hansen there to jump up and have really good hands to get that. A lot of pressure being applied from Hudson there. As he will dish it off over to Yeager. Yeager over to Kreckman. No, sorry, Holton takes it. Back over to Yeager. Yeager with a man on. Back to Seitz. Seitz with a pass through to Mariani. Mariani gives it away, but now Hudson's ball over to Oregon's 18-yard box, still with the ball, over to, as looks like Holton went down, I believe, and the free kick is given to Oregon. I didn't really see much contact, kind of looked like Holton just tripped over himself there, so don't know what the call was there, but referee decides it's a free kick for Oregon. Seitz with a good clear over to, or all the way over to Kyler Keogh. Keogh over to Mariani. Mariani over to Holker. Holker with the ball, sends a through ball to Juan Carcano. Good pressure so far by Juan, but he will be kicking from behind, which is always going to be called as a foul. So Hudson gets a free kick in their 18-yard box. Oregon has 3 subs waiting on the sideline for the next ball that sent out. As it will be Hudson's kick. Kicked over to midfield. Yeager is there for a header. Good header over to Keogh. Keogh takes a missed touch as it will go out for a Hudson throw, but Hudson has a substitution, so both teams will sub. Chris Carcano coming on for Carson Stebbins. Keegan Cram coming on for Henry Kreckman, and Nej Dobo coming on for, I believe, that's Carson Stebbins, I believe, coming off. So,
On for
Oregon
number
with
8,
3
Chris
subs.
Carcano, number 16, Will
Throwing for
Cram,
Oregon
and
here.
21, Nej Dobo.
Henry Kreckman with the throw. As we'll go back over to Holton. Holton attempts to get it to the left side over to Chris, but Chris not quite there. Touch by Keegan. Keegan attempts to dish it off to Chris, but a little bit of a mistouch there. Over to Seitz. Seitz attempts to clear, but it is deflected. Keegan Cram lets it out for a Oregon throw. Subs for Oregon as Holker will come out and Eck will go in. Keegan Cram with the throw.
Returning for Oregon, number 11, Cameron Eck.
Good throw from Cram over to Mariani. Mariani with a good touch. Mariani pass is intercepted as it will be ball over, but Cram thought of jumping up for it, but lets it go out for a Oregon goal kick. Very exciting game so far. A lot of action on both ends, not one-sided whatsoever. Hudson definitely having more attacking possession though. Oregon has a few opportunities to get on goal, but are letting those chances slip away in various ways. Hanson with the kick now, sends it over. Attempted target is Keogh. Keogh attempts to get a header on that, but can't quite get there. Over now, Kreckman attempts to clear that, but sends it to the middle, over to Eck with a good clear, but now upfield, over to Dobo. Hudson with plenty of time on defense here. Chris Carcano and Kyler Keogh applying pressure. Over to Cram as Cram lets the ball go out for a throw-in. Cram with the throw-in, attempted to target Mariani, over to Holton. Holton with plenty of time, looking for options. Attempts to pass it through the middle, but goes just past the intended target of Keogh. Clear from Hudson over to, or for an Oregon throw, as Cram takes that throw. Cram throws the ball into Keogh. Keogh with a mistouch over to Hudson player. Hudson player clears the ball, and it will be an Oregon throw once again. Back over to Cram for the throw. Cram with the throw into Keogh. Keogh with a good touch, back to Cram. Cram with options, looking. Cram with the good pass through to Mariani. Over to Chris. Mistouch by Cram as it is clear from... Good clear by Alex Seitz there. Good job getting back. Over to Yachman, who does get a trip from behind off of the Hudson player attempting to get the ball. So it will be an Oregon free kick. Kreckman now over to Keogh. Keogh the intended target, but good header by Nej. Gets the ball, so no call there. Chris over to Holton. Liam Holton with the ball now, one-on-one on that left sideline. Intended target is Eck, but goes a little bit over him. Eck applying pressure now. Good pressure from Eck, but good pass to the center from Hudson there, as Hudson counter-attacking very well here. Pressure from Kreckman, good center in, over to Cram. Cram misses the ball, but good pressure still being applied. Hudson now, good cross to the center. Holton there to get it. over to Keogh. Keogh back to Carcano. Carcano attempts to go up the field Dobo, but is good interception from Hudson. Will be back to Oregon's 18-yard box, cleared by Kreckman, and it will go out, so it will be a Hudson throw in. There is substitutions on for Oregon. It will be Lagnall coming on for Yachman, and Holker coming on for Holtzen. As we do have about 11 and a half minutes left in this first half.
On for Hudson, number 14, Mac
Great.
Michelle, number 22, Soren Madsen.
Great possession from both teams here so far, as throw in from Hudson. There's number 14, Mac Mizzle. Now center.
Oregon, number 5,
Eck with the
Keegan
ball,
Langwell,
attempts to
and
clear it, but goes into
14, Mac
Holker. Eck again attempts to clear, but it's deflected over to Cram, who does clear the ball. That goes out for a Hudson throw. A little bit of confusion there on the side of Oregon, but good job by Cram to get that cleared. As it will be now a corner kick for Hudson. Corner kick being taken by, I believe,
Corner kick, Hudson.
by Aaron Sparling again. Good corner kick with a lot of spin. Hansen has to get a punch on it, and he does, and it will be another corner kick over to Sparling again. Sparling with the good, he has really good corners, as that one is lofted up high, as Seitz attempts to clear, doesn't go anywhere. Another attempt to clear, now back over to Seitz, does get the good clear there. Hudson sending it back to the box. Good kick attempted by the Hudson player there, but doesn't really go anywhere. There will be a corner for Hudson now. Not a lot of weird stuff happening. Oregon's defense seems to be
Corner
constantly
kick,
getting
Hudson.
caught off guard. They're not expecting these over-the-top balls from Hudson to really be either dropping in, or they're just expecting someone to be offsides. A lot of kind of stopping on the defensive side of Oregon so far, as we do have 10 minutes left remaining now in the first half now. Very exciting play from both teams, as corner will be taken by Hudson. Good corner. Hansen with a good punch, but it will be a free kick to Oregon. I believe ref calling it on the goalie being impeded, possibly. Over to Chris Carcano on the left side, and he is wide open. Has plenty of time. Passes it over to Mariani. Mariani with a good touch, sending it back to Seitz. Seitz with the over-the-top ball, attempted to Keogh. Keogh doesn't get there quite. Back over to Hudson. Good touch. Ooh, just a little bit of a miss pass there, but does get to a Hudson player. Over now, Cram with the ball. Cram with a good pass over to Eck. Eck with a good touch, attempted over to Chris Carcano, but will be good control. Good header by Eck there. Holker gets taken out after getting the header, and that will be a free kick to Oregon. Both teams have subs waiting, but can't sub on a free kicks, as it will be Kreckman taking this kick. Kreckman taking this kick, looking to send it over to Eck. Eck misses the ball, but is back to Oregon's side now. Cram misses the ball there, but regains it back over to Holker. Holker lets the ball past him, falls over, and shot attempted by Hudson sails over the bar, and there will be a substitution for both teams, or multiple, 4 subs for Oregon and 3 for Hudson. I believe Stebbins coming in, Westfield coming in, Yeager and Holtzen all coming in. And Keogh, Mariani, Carcano, and Kreckman going out for Oregon. As it will be a goal kick for Hansen, the goalkeeper from Oregon. Hansen with a good kick over to midfield. Header by Hudson player goes out for an Oregon throw-in. As we have just about 7 minutes left, as attempted good touches by the Hudson player there. I can't quite see his number in this sun, but some pretty good dribbling. Over the top now, good send over the top. Player got shoved over. Don't know who that was by, but Hudson player is down, and refs are asking, or fans of Hudson asking for a foul there, as it will be a throw-in for Hudson here. Off of the mistouch by Dobo. Good defensive play by Jaeger here. Jaeger sends it over the top, but does go out of bounds for a Hudson throw-in. Oregon seeming to just kind of be sending it up over the top right now. Not many options. Hansen with a good pick up there. Oregon just kind of sending it over. Nobody really available, just kind of kicks to get it onto the opponent's side. Hansen dishes it off to Jaeger. Jaeger with an attempted pass over to Holton at least. Holton gets it. Don't know if it was meant to go to him, but pass was a little strong. Over to Lagnall. Lagnall goes down, but ref no call yet. Keegan goes for the stab, but will be called for a Hudson free kick. Hudson stacking the box with 2 people back so far. Oregon does have a sub waiting. Kick does come in, really high kick over to the side of the box. Shot attempt, or header attempted, but does go out for an Oregon goal kick, as Yachman will come in for Lagnall.
Back for Oregon, number 4, Drew Yachman.
As Oregon uses their sub. Oregon subbing a lot so far. Don't know how much they're giving their players a rest, but Hansen takes good goal kick over to the center. Holker with the header over to Mack, or Holker back over to Dobo now. Dobo through ball again to nobody there, but Westfield is attempting to get there as Hudson's goalie elects to kick that ball out of bounds for a Oregon throw. Not much pressure there. I don't know why he decided to do that, but pressure got to him there. Keogh attempting to get the ball, doesn't quite do so. Or sorry, Westfield. Over to Yachman. Yachman with the ball with decent amount of space. Elects to cross it in. Westfield with the ball. Westfield with a shot, but a good catch by the Hudson player there. Stebbins getting back. A through ball over the top over to nobody, as Hansen will gather that up. Looking to go simple, but actually elects to punt it over to the center. Over to Holker. Holker with the through ball to nobody, but sends Westfield to chase it, as the ball will go out of play for an Oregon throw-in. Holker with a good header over to Westfield. Westfield now with a touch to the inside over to Dobo. Dobo loses the ball, but attempts to get it back. Good job by Hudson here. Hudson switching field over to number 9, Aaron Sparling. Sparling with the ball currently against Stebbins. Stebbins with a good slide tackle, gets all ball there. Great slide tackle by Stebbins as he attempts to send a good through ball to Dobo. Over to Westfield. Westfield is going to get called for a shove in the back. So it will be a Hudson free kick. 2 minutes remaining in this first half, and very, very tight and close so far, as Cram attempts to head that, but doesn't get it, but Sights good pass over to Holker. Holker over to Stebbins. Stebbins taking on Sparling. Stebbins with a good attempted pass, but that's definitely most definitely a shove onto Stebbins there by Sparling. No card, but free kick is awarded to Oregon. Holton on the ball, looking for options. Gonna look to send this into the box. Good ball into the box. Nobody there for Oregon, but cleared by Hudson over to Yachman. Yachman with a big touch. Still gets the ball though. Good job with the touches. Westfield, too big of a touch. It is cleared by Hudson onto Oregon's side. Over to Holton. Holton back to Hansen. Hansen having to scramble, but a good clear as the ball does go out for a Hudson throw. Hudson with the throw in, over to Yeager with a good header. Ball still in play, good cross over to Oregon's 18-yard box, but cleared by Holker there. Westfield with a good touch, takes too big of a touch and the ball just gets away from him as Yachman keeps the ball in play and dishes it over to Dobo, who gets a little bit too much on that, as will be Hudson's ball, sends it, attempted through, good opportunity, good goal by Sparling there, and wow, what a good through ball from Hudson. Nothing you can really do about that. That is some really good speed from Connor Sparling, as Hudson does take a 2-1 lead with the second half about to end right as this kick starts.
In the 40th minute, Hudson goal by number 9, Aaron Sparling.
Henson, the goalkeeper, getting a little bit too far to the left there, and a really, really good shot by Sparling to put it into that bottom left corner. Really unsavable, and for him to be that open is
6,
quite a shock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As Hudson's goalie will get the ball, and that will be the end of the first half. Ending this first half, I would like to thank our sponsors once again. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And by Culver's of Oregon, Stoughton Health, Hy-Vee Grocery Stores, and by Pizza Pit. And our scoreboard sponsor, Panther Exteriors throughout the season, your hometown exterior experts. Well, as the first half comes to a close, good job from both sides. Very close game as we expected. Hudson up 2-1. Both teams having good possession and good attacking opportunities, but Hudson taking just one more attempt on goal than Oregon. So when we come back for the second half, we should have more exciting boys soccer action. Welcome back to the second half in this exciting boys soccer action for tonight. Oregon Panthers playing the Hudson Raiders. Hudson up 2-1 on the Panthers, scoring just before halftime, about 10 seconds before the final whistle was called. And that was a really good goal, a dish over to Aaron Sparling. And Connor Sparling, his brother, and a really nice goal. Or no, sorry, that was Aaron Sparling. My bad. Getting the two brothers mixed up. But a really good shot on goal to give Hudson a 2-1 lead. First goal for Hudson coming off of essentially a chip on the keeper from midfield. Hansen caught off his line and gave Hudson a 1-goal lead, and then a minute later, Oregon was on a good header from pretty much unguarded, and so stunned Hudson on after their goal, and then we were 1-1 tied for most of the first half, and then Hudson scored in about the 39 and 52nd mark. So very close game so far, and the scoreline definitely shows that. Hudson with the 8-1-1 record. If they win this, they'll be 9-1-1. Oregon with a 6-4-3 record. If they win this, they'll be 7-4-3. I believe, yep, Hudson switching out their keeper. I believe they switched from Talon Sheets over to Tyler Hindall as the second half will begin. Good clear from Hudson now over Kreckman with a clear over to number 8. That was Connor Hauser. Hauser now with a good kick through to his teammate. Over to Sparling. Sparling back to Ross. Good touch, good shot attempted, good save by Hansen. Does regain the ball, and Oregon kind of sleeping so far in defense. Good attack from Hudson so far. Good punt from Hansen there as it gets over to Westfield. Westfield with some good touches. Switches over to Lagnall. Lagnall attempts the through ball over to Dobo, but it is a good sliding defensive play by Connor Hauser. Good slide tackle from Holker there. A lot of slide tackles happening. Dobo over to the right side, over to Lagnall. Lagnall got plenty of space. Looks to cross it, but a light cross, and it is gathered up by Hindall. Hindall with a good throw over to Sparling. Sparling seems to be the star player of Hudson so far, scoring one of their goals and really being aggressive on every play. We'll go out for an Oregon throw, as I believe it's Keegan Cram taking that throw, as it will be intercepted by Hudson. Now back to Oregon, over to Holker, back to Kreckman. Kreckman sends it upfield, intended target with Westfield, but a lot of over-the-top balls from Oregon not really going anywhere, mostly just going into space rather than actually to somebody. Over now, Cram dishes it up to Westfield. Westfield attempts the header down to Stebbins. Stebbins' challenge is in and is shoved down by Sparling there, but it will be an Oregon free kick. Free kick being taken by Seitz. Seitz looking to send this straight into the box, or actually no, he elects to give it to Stebbins, who's wide open, takes a little bit of a mistouch, but gets the ball back with a great left foot. Oh, and a great save. Header by Nej Dobo, but a great save by Hindall there. Goal line save, and a great header from Dobo. Almost gave Oregon the 2-2 draw, but a great save by Hindall there. Really a reflex save, just put his hands up and happened to tip the ball right over the net. Great save, as it will be a corner kick for Oregon. Holker taking this, going deep. into the box. Over now, cleared by Hudson. Over back to Holker. Holker sends it in again. Nobody there. Westfield applying pressure. Wins the ball. Sends it back to Holton. Holton looking to center this in. Does center it in. Great center. Over to Legnall. Legnall attempts the header, but flashes wide right. As it will be a goal kick. On the goal kick, Hudson will sub. Will be a goal kick. Sends it out to the right side. Ref waits for the substitution to fully finish.
Number 18, Calvin Lassard.
And the goal kick will be retaken. Hindall sends it to the midfield, but Holton there intercepts it. Big touch over to Westfield. Westfield over to Eck. Eck dishes it out to Holker. Holker loses the ball, but good job by Holton here. Loses touch of it. Now with Owen Wiseman. Wiseman still with the ball. Going through, shoving the back from Seitz there, and that will be a foul. Wiseman with the good job dribbling out of his half, from Hudson's half. And will be a free kick for them. Free kick will be taken by Harry Ross. Ross sends it in, nobody there. Good clear, or not fully cleared, over to Stebbins. Stebbins with a good slide tackle, wins all ball, but ref disagrees as the AR flag does start waving for a foul on Stebbins for the slide. Kick will be taken by, I believe, Connor Sparling. I believe. Can't see his number very well, but looking to send this one to the box as the box is stacked. Good block by the wall by Oregon. Stebbins gets taken out, but ref does not agree. Clear by Kreckman. Hudson, good job getting it there. Good defense by Keegan Cram. Cram up the field to Stebbins. Stebbins now, shoving the back. Ref does call that. Free kick for Oregon. A lot of shoves from behind in this game. Don't particularly know why. Both teams are playing really aggressive. Both teams really want this win. Stebbins almost gets it. Westfield sends it a little bit too far, as it will be a Hudson throw. Over now. Holton over to Holker. Holker over to Kreckman. Kreckman looking for options. Sends it over the top, over to Westfield, but Hindall will be there to gather that up. Oregon looking much more aggressive than the first half, as they usually do. Those halftime talks from the coach must really be working. Clear by Seitz. Holton now sends it up in the air over to Dobo. Dobo doesn't quite get there. Over to Holker. Holker now over to Legnall. Legnall keeps it in, but sends it over to Dobo. And Dobo with good pressure, and ball is sent out for an Oregon throw in deep in Hudson's half. Sub for Hudson is waiting, but can't come in until the ball goes out for Hudson's possession. Throwing from Kreckman over to Westfield. Westfield looking to take it by himself, but gives it off to Eck. Eck with a good through ball, but Westfield wasn't quite ready. Clear now by Harry Ross over to Cram. Cram takes a good touch, sends it over to Stebbins. Stebbins caught from behind, but keeps the ball. Good ball win, or attempted shot, but is gathered up by Hindall. Stebbins with a good attempt there. Good job by Kreckman there. Kreckman there sending it
Oh, come a little closer.
out of bounds. Apologies if the mic falling down
Returning
hurt
for
your
Hudson, number 9,
ears.
Aaron Sparling.
Calvin, get off the line.
As will be a Hudson throw-in. Substitution did come in for Hudson while the throw was waiting. Sights with the ball. Looks like a high kick called on Sights, so it will be a Hudson free kick. Not quite sure why the high kick was called, because the Hudson didn't really have a player that close to the ball, but ref seemed to say otherwise, as it will be a Hudson kick taken by Harry Ross. Ross sends it in, or actually elects to send it over to another player. Crosses that in, nobody there. Good clear by Sights. Over to Holker. Holker keeps it in. Will be a corner for Hudson. Ball did go out, but play continues now. Sights over to Eck. Eck still applying pressure. Ross over the top. Over to Stebbins with a good deflection for a Hudson throw. Kick over the top. Lagnall with the attempted header, and it goes out for a corner
Corner kick, Hudson.
for Hudson. Oregon has 4 subs waiting on the sideline. Hudson corner looking to possibly go short. Don't know what the pause and play is about, but corner will be taken now. Deep corner into the 18-yard box. Good header by Sights there as it goes over to Cram. Cram clears it over to Westfield. Westfield has, almost had space, but wins the ball back. Good win. Back to Eck. Eck over to Holker. Holker with a good possession. Sends it over, but no one there. But deflection sends it back to Nej. Westfield now with the ball. Westfield with the good step overs. Tempted to get a shot there, Westfield did, but gets deflected and goalie gathers it up. Hudson clears it out to midfield, but good job winning it by Cram there. Cram over to Stebbins. Stebbins sends it to the midfield to Eck. Eck staying with the ball, but has a lot of pressure. Sends it back to Cram. Cram sends it over to Dobo. Dobo over to Holker. Holker with the ball, looking for options. Sends it back to Kreckman. Kreckman sends it over the top to Eck. Eck with a good header, but a good header also on the side of Hudson. Holton with good pressure, wins the ball. Sights gets it over to Eck. Eck with options. Sends it over to Lagnall was the intended target. Over now, Holton with the ball at the midfield. Holton attempts to send it over, but it will go to Hindall, the goalkeeper, and Hudson will regain possession. Keeper punts it up really high over to the midfield. Good header there. Cram with attack. Lagnall misses. Good job by Owen Netterlow so far. Holker with a good job now. Gets dragged down by Netterlow, and it will be an Oregon free kick. Will be Kreckman taking this free kick for Oregon. Kick over the top, over to Westfield. Westfield with a good chest there. Westfield sends it over, attempted to Stebbins. Back over to Holton. Holton at the midfield. Holton takes a shot, but it is wide right. It's a little bit too much spin on that, and it will be a goal kick, and it will be a substitution for Oregon.
On for Oregon, number 2, Carson Stebbins. Number 6, Jacob Yorger. Number 7, Juan Carcano. Number 8, Chris Carcano.
As you heard, 4 substitutions coming on for Oregon there. Off of the Hudson goal kick. Hindall sends it over. Yachman intercepts it over to, tried to get it over to Holker, but gets intercepted. Yeager now with the touch. A lot of spin on that. Over to Kreckman. Kreckman over to Chris Carcano. Chris sends it to the midfield looking for somebody, but nobody ready at least. Yeager now with pressure on number 7, that's Owen Wesmond. Now with Hudson, Chris Carcano applying pressure. Now back with Hudson. Good possession so far from both teams. Good interception by Holtzen there. Holtzen looking for options. Sends it over to Holker. Holker, good job, sends it over to Yachman. Yachman gonna use that speed, but won't quite get there. Ball attempted to be sent back, but oh! Westfield almost got there off of the miscommunication on Hudson's defense there. Yachman sends it back to Yeager. Yeager dishes it over to Holker. Holker keeps that in. Attempts to send it into Juan Carcano, but sent it a little bit too far behind him. Hudson now with possession, possessing out of their own half. Over the midfield now, over to Holker. Holker heads it over to Westfield. Westfield regains the ball. Regains the ball. Still with the ball. Attempts the shot, but it will be gathered up by Hindall. A lot of attempts or shots attempted on the side of Oregon, but not many really that threatening. That one easily gathered up by Hindall. Over to Holtzen. Holtzen over to Holker. Holker back to Eck. Eck over to Yachman. Yachman looking to send it through to Juan Carcano. Carcano over to Holtzen. Holtzen with a good touch over to Eck. Eck over to Holker. Holker attempts a shot, is deflected though. Cleared by Hudson. Over to Seitz. Seitz over to Yachman. Yachman with a good touch over to Holtzen. Holtzen looks to thread the ball through. Eck with the ball now. Deflected, but it will be a handball and it will be a Hudson free kick. Just outside of the 18-yard box of Hudson. Hudson free kick. Both teams have 2 subs waiting for the next time the ball goes out of play. Through ball to the midfield over to Holker. Holker sends it up over to Carcano, and it will be a good header back from Hudson's defense there. The goalie does pick it up and dishes it off. Slide attempted by Westfield. Good touch by Hudson there, but Holtzen with the ball, sends it over to Carcano. Carcano over to Eck. Eck over to Westfield. Westfield with an attempted pass over to Carcano, but gets deflected over to Holtzen. Holtzen now with the ball over to Yeager. Yeager through to Eck. Eck takes a missed touch, but Yeager also attempting to get it, but also misses. Good possession started with Owen Wasmond. Good counterattack. Takes a good touch, still with the ball. Makes Holker miss. Wesmond takes a shot, as it will be an easy gather up by Noah Hansen. As Hansen will gain the ball, send it over to Kreckman. Kreckman with options, sends it up the top to the middle. Over now, Chris attempts to get that. Now over to the midfield with Harry Ross. Sends it over to Sparling. Sparling with a good send into his brother. And Holtzen is called for a foul. Not much contact there at all from Holtzen, but foul is called nonetheless, and it will be a Hudson free kick from the outside of the 18-yard box. Does seem to be Aaron Sparling taking this free kick. but Harry Ross also there, and I don't know who the third person is. I'm guessing that it's going to be Aaron Sparling taking this, but I could be wrong. Nope, it will be Harry Ross. Never mind. It is Sparling. Sparling with a good free kick just over the top right of the goal. Very good free kick. Will be a goal kick for Oregon now, and substitution will come in. Apologize, I did not know who was going to take that free kick. That was a good designed play from Hudson there. Will be a goal kick for Noah Hansen of Oregon. Sends it over to Yeager on the right side. Yeager sends the ball over the top, looking for Juan Carcano. Ball will go out of bounds. Good throw in. Ball does go out of play though for an Oregon throw. Never mind, ball never came in bounds. It will be a... Never mind, it will be Oregon's throw back where Hudson took the throw in. Because the throw in, the ball never went in bounds. It will be a throw in, and Yakman takes this throw in over to Mariani. Mariani with a huge header over to the side where Keogh attempts to get the ball, but gets impeded with. It is a corner kick. Keogh wins a corner off of that. Great job by Kyler Keogh. It's a very good aggressiveness as we have just about 20 minutes remaining in this second half. Good possession from both teams. Oregon really looking threatening though. Or at least more threatening than Hudson has really looked, besides that free kick taken by Sparling that was just a little bit over the top. Holker with this ball sends it perfectly in. Good touch by the goalie, but it's sent in. Goal by Henry Kreckman. What a goal. And that makes the game 2-2 off the corner from Mac Holker.
In the 61st minute, Oregon goal by number 15, Henry Kreckman.
Just talking about how Oregon with their aggressiveness, and they score off of a good corner there. Both teams very good at taking corners and really getting good results from them, and Oregon has really succeeded with the corner game over this season, and that shows it right there. Good goal by Henry Kreckman. Ref talking to some of Hudson's players. As we do get the kickoff. Over to Kreckman. Kreckman dishes it off to Stebbins. Stebbins with the ball now, through to Carcano. Carcano over to Holtzen. Holtzen sends it over to, collected by Juan. Juan attempts the through ball to Stebbins, not quite there. Juan with an attempted touch, but a little bit of a missed touch. Over to Holker. Holker now over to Yakman. Yakman with the ball. Good touch to the left. Yakman still with the ball. Still with the ball. Attempts to get a shot, but just a little bit too far to the left. Great footwork from Drew Yakman there. Will be a goal kick for Hindall now. Hindall with a great goal kick over to the center. Holtzen with a good header there. Over Mariani with pressure. Yeager with pressure. Good turn by Owen Wasmond. Sends it over to the center. Shot attempted, but it is high from Hudson player. Did not see who that was. It will be a substitution for Oregon. 2 players coming in. Which will be Alex Seitz and Max Westfield.
Turning for Oregon, number 3, Max Westfield, number 11, Cameron Eck.
Oh, sorry, Cameron Eck coming back on the field. Alex Seitz was already on the field. Cameron Eck coming on the field. And it will be a goal kick. Oregon, good goal kick from Hansen. Sends it over to the middle. Hudson does regain the ball, though. Sent over the top. And it will go out of play for an Oregon throw-in. Yachman with good pressure, but Eck sends it out for a Hudson throw in, and Hudson will use that throw in for a substitution. As Hudson will get this thrown in by Connor Hauser. Hauser throws it in, good throw in, but the ball will go out for an Oregon throw off of the deflection. Ball thrown in by Yeager. Yeager over to Westfield. Yes, Westfield attempts to get a touch, but taken off the ball. Stebbins now with the ball. Stebbins with a good touch. Over to Keogh. Keogh attempts to get it over to Mariani, but not quite there. Cleared by Hindall, the keeper, but goes out for an Oregon throw-in. Quick throw in by Stebbins. Attempt to target is Keogh, but can't quite get there. Over to Seitz. Seitz with time. Sends it over the top. A booming ball, and it will be right to the keeper of Hudson. Good punt. Now Yeager with the ball for Oregon. Yeager sends it over to Yachman. Yachman still with the ball. Good touch. Good job on his feet. Gonna use that speed. Sends it into Keogh. Attempted to target off the head of Keogh, actually. Over to Eck. Eck, good touches, but good clear in the end by Hudson. Seitz with a little bit of a missed touch there. Holtzen will go to try and track it down, but will be throwing for Oregon. Holtzen taking this one. Might leave it. Will leave it for Kreckman. Good aggressiveness by Oregon still in the second half. Kreckman sends it over to Westfield. Westfield trips. Clear. Attempted by Hudson. Doesn't get too far. But does start a counterattack, actually. Takes a deflection over. Defense by Oregon gets back pretty fast. Ball over to the right side. Hudson with possession in Oregon's half. Good clear by Kreckman all the way over to Westfield. Westfield is on sides. Westfield going on that left side. Good touch. As Westfield sends it over to the center, over to Eck. Eck looking over, sends it to Yachman. Yachman looks to, just a little bit too hard of a pass, looked for Westfield. Over to Yeager with the good clear, over to Stebbins. Stebbins with the ball. Good touch on his feet. Threw over to Westfield. Westfield with a good touch on his left foot. Good block by Hudson there as Stebbins does get tripped from behind, and it is a free kick just outside of the 18-yard box for Oregon. Kick will be taken by, I believe that is Stebbins, if I'm not mistaken. Stebbins does send it in. Great kick. Keeper gets shoved over. Deflection. Hudson attempts to clear but gets deflected by their own player. Yachman with the ball. Somehow keeps it. Will be a, I believe a corner? Maybe a penalty? Goal kick? Or, wait, what? Apparently a indirect kick in the box. I don't. Shoulder to shoulder, apparently not enough for a penalty kick in the box, but is enough for an indirect kick in the goal box of Hudson. Oregon taking this. Stebbins with the ball. I've never seen a foul in the penalty box that turns into an indirect kick, but Stebbins takes it. Good save by Hudson's keeper Hindall there. Good diving save. I still have never seen that, where a foul in the box is just called for an indirect kick unless the goalie uses a handball, but I don't know. Great save by Hindall there on that kick, and it will be
It
a
was impeding, it was indirect.
Hudson throw. Now thrown in by Hudson player. Over to Sides, who gets over Mariani. Mariani with a good kick, but player gets in his way and shoves him down and is a free kick for Hudson. Mariani with a shove, but kind of looked like the Hudson player got in his way, but ref disagrees. Time will be stopped as the assistant referee needs to talk with the center. On something. Seems like the assistant ref is telling the center something he saw that the center ref did not see. Looks like it's going to be a yellow for on.
So is Africa getting run over?
Don't actually know who that's on. Apparently that's on a Hudson player. Apparently the yellow's on Harry Ross. I don't know what he did. Ref saw something, but must have said something that camera or that we could not hear. That's usually when the yellows come out. If a swear word is said that the ref can hear, it is always a yellow. So possibly a swear word on Harry Ross, and it will be a yellow. But Hudson can sub someone in for him, and he just has to go off the field until the next substitution. And it will still be a Hudson kick, so it must have been a swear word said to the to somebody. As the ref is currently talking it over with Hudson's coach, just explaining what happened. And after that's all done, play will resume.
Come on, let's play some ball.
Ref will resume play with a Hudson free kick. As the ref counts 10, and play will resume. Play resumes with the free kick for Hudson. Free kick over the top. Good header, but good clear by Mariani. Ball, attempted shot, does deflect off of Jaeger, and it will be a throw-in for Hudson deep down by the corner flag. Throw-in for Hudson. Hudson throws it in. Jaeger with defense, good clear by Seitz. Will get cleared over to Dobo, but Dobo does not get the ball. Hudson now with a good center, over. Good, gathered up by Hansen. Hansen with the punt, all the way over to Westfield. Westfield with a good header. No one there to receive it, though. And ball sent over. Kreckman not there. Good stab by Seitz as Kreckman receives the ball after that. The ball will stay in play with Hudson. Over to Seitz, who trips the Hudson player, and it will be a Hudson free kick just by the left sideline. Hudson free kick. Subs for both teams waiting for the next time the ball goes out. Can't quite see who the kick is being taken by. But a good kick into the center, over to Hansen. Hansen gets a hand to it. Good hand to it as it is cleared by Lagnall. A great clear over Stebbins, sprinting to get it. And great pressure by Stebbins as the ball is sent out. Attempts to throw it into Westfield, but good header from the defender there. Ooh, Mariani attempts to get a swing at the ball, but misses it. Hudson now with the ball, sends it over to the side. Yeager with pressure on, can't quite see his number, but good center in. Good clear by Kreckman. Ball is still in the box. Shot attempted, but good save by Noah Hansen. It's textbook goalkeeping from Hansen, getting down quick and gathering the ball, absorbing all the impact. Great job getting down by Hansen. And a good shot from Hudson there. Deflection. Good spin move by the Hudson player, but oh, he will keep it in. Great speed by number 8. That is Connor Hauser. Gathered up by Hansen. Hansen dishes it off to Stebbins. Stebbins take a man on. Stebbins actually gives a through ball over to Westfield. Ball is cleared out of play. Subs will come in because it is an Oregon throw as we have 9 minutes remaining in this second half. Both teams with great possession in the second half. Oregon looking threatening and Hudson really looking threatening on their attacking opportunities. Eck over to Holton now. Holton looking for options, sends it over the field, over to Dobo. Dobo almost gets a head on it. Over to Lagnall now. Lagnall wins the ball. Lagnall has an option. Slide tackle. Lagnall gets called. I don't know what he gets called for, but it is a free kick to Hudson. Free kick, good kick over just past midfield. Good header. Sights with almost a high kick, but good defense by Holton over to Yachman. Yachman really going to use that speed. Yachman with a good slide tackle, and the ball will go out of play for a goal kick. Substitution will come in for both teams as that's looks to be Stebbins coming back. I believe, yeah, Stebbins only got out of the game for about a minute. We're sending him right back out there for Keegan Lagnall and sending Drew Yachman over to that right side.
Number 10, Harry Ross, for Oregon, number 2, Carson Stebbins.
Noah Hansen now with the goal kick, sends it over to that left side, over to Westfield. Westfield now over to Stebbins. Stebbins with a good touch over to Holton. Holton, good job with the ball on his feet. Holton does get his pass intercepted as Hudson regain possession. Good defense by Kreckman there. It's going over Eck. Good clear by Holker. Holker sends it over the top. Attempts to get it to Westfield. Good touch by the Hudson player there. Holton with good defense to sense that pass coming. A little bit of a missed touch by Cram, but Holton attempts to get the pass off of the deflection. Pressure now, Holker with the ball. Holker sends it through over to Carson Stebbins, really going to use that speed. And it will be a good defensive play by the Hudson player there to get the ball out before Stebbins could get there because he was coming in like a bull. Holton with a great cross there and goes over. Yachman lets it go out for a corner for Oregon. 2-2 with 6 minutes left in this game. Oregon with a corner kick. Mac Holker going, it's going to be a deep corner. Nobody up to take it short for Oregon. as time is winding down. This is when desperation starts to kick in, as Oregon will just not even consider a short corner. Sent in by Holker, does go in. Good punch by the keeper there. Sent out to the top of the box to Holtzen. Holtzen gonna look to take a shot. Holtzen with a great shot, just a little bit over the top. Hindall didn't seem to really be bothered by that one. Will be a card on Hudson, one of their players, for bad-mouthing the ref. Second yellow for the ref on Hudson. Clock will stop as the ref puts that into his book. Will be a goal kick for Hudson here when play resumes. Ref puts the booking into his book and continues the game. Goal kick over to midfield, over to Kreckman. Kreckman with a good header up. Over Yakman with the ball now. Gonna use that speed. Does get pushed off the ball, but good defense by the Hudson player there, and it will be a Hudson throw. Kreckman with a great header over to Dobo. Actually, Dobo doesn't get to it. It's gonna be the ball's gonna go out and go for a Hudson throw. Ball over Kreckman's head, but good clear by Seitz over to Eck. Eck with the touch over to Yakman. Yakman attempts to get it over to Dobo. Comes in and takes out the Hudson player. That is going to be a foul. Didn't quite warrant a yellow, but that was a dangerous challenge by Yakman there. Hudson free kick here will be sent high. Doesn't get too far, but definitely good height. Over to Eck. Eck with a good touch. Over to Holker. Holker's gonna send it upfield. Over to Holtzen. Holtzen with a good header. Yakman with the ball. Does get it stolen from him. Holker now in defense. Good job by Holker being patient. Holker still with the ball. Over to Eck. Eck does get the ball deflected over to Westfield. Ball is kicked out by Hudson. It is an Oregon throw. Yakman gonna take the throw. Oregon probably looking to waste some time here, as a tie would be a good result for them still against a team that is as strong as Hudson. Kreckman with the throw here. Sends it really far over. There's nobody there, but back over to him. He gets it deflected back. Holker onside with the ball. Gonna look to potentially take a player on. Looks for the deflection, but does not get it. As it will be a goal kick, and it will be a substitution for Hudson, as there's 2.5 minutes left in this second half. Will be a goal kick for Hindall now. Sends it over to Kreckman. Kreckman tries to get it, but it will be over Seitz now. Does win a throw-in for Oregon as we reach the 2-minute remaining mark. Will be throw-in Oregon. It will be Kreckman taking this throw.
You gotta send it off, send it off.
Throw will be taken by Kreckman. Kreckman, good throw over the top. Tended to get it to Westfield, but good job. Kreckman sends it over the top, over to Yakman. Ball will stay in bounds. Yakman gets completely taken out there. Yellow card on Yakman. I have no idea what for. Yakman gets completely taken out off the ball, and ref gives him a yellow for getting taken out. I'm guessing the only thing I can come to the conclusion of the yellow there is for flopping on Yakman, even though he most definitely got contacted, and I don't think he was really attempting to flop there, but assistant ref might have seen something else. Ref might have seen something else. As it will be 1 minute 20 remaining in this game. As it will be a free kick for Hudson. High free kick just past midfield. Good header by Dobo, and that will be a free kick for Hudson. A lot of fouls being called on Oregon. Just Dobo jumping off the shoulders of the Hudson player there as we get the 1 minute countdown. Hudson, number 11, Connor Sparling taking this kick. Westfield back to 10 now as Sparling will take the kick. Good kick over to the left side of the goal box, into the center, cleared. Cleared now. Ball cleared by Oregon as there's 30 seconds left. Both teams going to look to just possess it here. Through ball, Holton with the ball. Holton through to Westfield. Westfield looking to possess it. Westfield over the top to Dobo. Dobo sent it to... Dobo going to look to take it himself, and that will be the end of the game. A 2-2 draw to this exciting matchup.
Final Hudson Raiders 2, the Oregon Panthers 2.
Between the Oregon Panthers and the Hudson Raiders. As we mentioned before the game, this game was going to be close, and man, it really was. I believe Oregon probably would consider this as a win, as Hudson is a powerhouse of a team so far. Now 9-1-2, and Oregon 6-4-4. Before we leave you tonight, OCA Media sports programs would this would not be possible without the generous financial support of our sponsors, the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, supporting student athletes in all Panther sports. Be a part of something great. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. The Oregon Area Community Coalition, parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. And by Culver's of Oregon, Stoughton Health, Hy-Vee grocery stores, and by Pizza Pit. OCA Media would like to thank our scoreboard sponsor, Panther Exteriors, your hometown exterior experts, proudly serving residents throughout Pantherland. Well, 2-2 draw is the result for tonight's matchup. Neither team should be down about the draw, as both teams played exceptionally well. Both teams had a lot of good attacking possession. Both teams, Hudson looking more possessive and controlled on defense than Oregon was, but a very good result for the Oregon Panthers, and they will look to build off this. I'm Hayden Lorenz, and we will see you the next home game.
Was that? It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son